Hey guys, today we're going to be playing one of the most realistic tactical shooter games on the market. Now you might be asking, what makes this one of the most realistic games on the market? Well, what makes it one of the most realistic games on the market is that the tactical experience. You aren't able to jump, you're not able to slide. It has a ton of different features, like you can customize your whole entire gun from like everything on the gun, instead of where Call of Duty has just like some basic customization. Very basic customize. Like Call of Duty has really basic, gun customization compared to this game. I mean, it's substantially better than Call of Duty. And that's one of the most realistic things about this game. Which also, this game gives more of a tactical experience than Call of Duty as well. Something like Arma that I've heard. It's a great game. I mean, it looks pretty much what I've seen on videos of Arma. I haven't played Arma yet, but that's one of the games that I've been meaning to play. Is that it kind of looks like Arma. And overall, it's a very fun game. What makes it fun is it's, like I said, it's more of a tactical experience, so you get more of that feel for being more tactical. You have to be very strategic with what you do in this game. You gotta check those corners, like Captain Price says in Call of Duty, but it's like 10 times harder. Like, this is like one of the very few times that I can complete this house mission, and there wasn't as many enemies this time. It's all randomized amount of enemies. It's never the same. Another thing they have is a lot more missions. So this game actually started out with very few missions. This and the house mission that we just played was the only missions that was available at the time that I started playing this game, and it came out way before, I'm pretty sure, that I started playing it. Of course, they had multiplayer. They have multiplayer as well, so you can do these missions with your friends. Oh, see, yeah. Look, there's misfire as well. You can actually chamber your own rounds in your weapon every single time. You have to chamber them. That's another realistic thing. Now, like every game, there is going to be things that are unrealistic. The gun customization. Yes, it's good, and it has a very wide gun customization. It's not really limited. You can put a ton of sniper scopes on your weapon and stack them. So, I mean, like, yeah, like I said, every game has where they're not as realistic as some games. I'm thinking Call of Duty actually limits what you put on. But yeah, like some other games, you have to use tourniquets and things like that just to heal yourself, which is a more recent like feature. Another realistic thing is that you actually have these little things that you can use to drop bombs. Can't remember which exact bomb it is, and I don't know which exact bomb it is at all. I don't think I've ever looked at that, but you can actually drop bombs on enemies, and it's not every mission. It's certain types of missions, like this mission. But you'll always have this little map thing where you can look on where your enemies are. I think I might be going the wrong way. You can zero in your scopes. You can actually increase scope sizes like you would in real life. If you actually run out of ammo with your gun, you actually have to reload your gun and chamber it because it's not automatic like every other game is. It's, like I said, more realistic compared to what you would usually be used to, which is less realistic and more based off of quick fighting, but this really is. It's more, from what I've played, it's more of the tactical experience than it is the go ahead and get missions done as fast as you can, which is a very much of a pro to the game because you don't have to be I mean, of course, you still have to know how to use some game mechanics, but you don't have to be exactly the very best at the game to play it. Now, you can end up actually versing some of your friends on this game with multiplayer instead of just doing missions. So that's another perk to the game. It also has multiplayer. But yeah, overall, this is a great game. It's a game that I've actually been playing on the YouTube channel for a couple of days now. The movements ain't limited. You can actually run. And there's different ways you can run. You can run like this with your kind of like, I don't know if there's a certain stance it would be, but you can run with your gun completely down. A very wide open range of things you can do with this game. You can't drive vehicles. Once you are on the certain map that you're on, you can abort the mission, of course, once you're in it, or leave the mission. But like, you can't drive a vehicle or anything, which is not a downside, actually. It might sound like it for a lot of players a lot of, gamers that play manually vehicle shooter games like Crossout, War Thunder, things like that, which would be a kind of a cool experience to have in this game. Because imagine it would be even more kind of like Arma. An upside to it is it doesn't cost it still costs quite a bit of money, but it doesn't cost what other games like Call of Duty and things like that cost. It costs $20, and for shooting games, that's that's very rare, actually. Yeah, it's relatively low for a shooter game like this. I would aim this at least a good 40 at the least. I don't think there is any DLCs. I would have to double check on that. But overall, the game content isn't limited based on only the DLCs like other games are. The only main limitation to the game is you can only get it on PC, I think. The last time I checked, it is mostly only on PC. I haven't seen many things about the game itself. I just play it. So instead of just doing a mission, I'm going to show you some of the things that this game offers. First, starting off with the weapons. Now, yes, give me a second. This game has a kind of a limited source of weapons. It doesn't have, I don't think, as much weapons as Call of Duty has. But that also brings upsides, I'm pretty sure. Because these guns are, like, way more realistic than Call of Duty guns. I mean, like, look at this. Various of these guns are in here. Like, various types of guns and things like that. You got shotguns, you got your sniper rifles. You even got your AK-47s and things like that over here, your AKs. You got your actual pistols. Every weapon you can chamber. As you see, it's Shift T if for all y'all PC players out there. You also got LMGs that you have to chamber. You can actually use every weapon on this weapon wall and that weapon wall. The only weapon which I really want to see if they actually bring this is that weapon right there. That is a crazy looking weapon. Like, that thing has been in here for a while, and I really want to see that. I haven't checked updates, but it might be added sometime. But the game also gives a character customization. And like everything, it's going to be kind of limited. Every game has their limitations. but it has a ton of different shirts that you can choose, a ton of different pants. You can, on some of these, there are not really a lot of different pants, but they have some different pants. On a lot of these, you can change your color, like these. I'm pretty sure you can. Yeah, you can change your color on those. You have belts, a very wide variation of belts. You have vest, the one that I use included. Like, none of this is really DLC wise. Most of it, or some of it, is you have to unlock it by playing the game. You have gloves, you have backpacks, you have helmets or headgear, you have night vision, which is on the helmet customization. You can customize your patches on your vests and or bags and your shirts sometimes, and you have facial things you can wear. You can even have a beard and things like that. It's just there's a ton of things you can add to your character. There's a very short amount of voices, but you got watches and things like that for your wrist, different shoes, tactical boots, and you have actual tattoos that you can use on the game. So it's just like this whole entire thing is a short kind of like video of how this game works, or not really works, but it's like, what, like, I'm trying to answer the question, like, why is this more realistic game? And it's because of all the customization is one of it, and how tactical it is. Like, you can customize, like I said, you can go from the lower receiver and trigger all the way up to the scope, magazine, what ammunition you want in your gun. Every gun has different ammunitions, and every lower receiver, I'm pretty sure, or barrel or upper receiver, has different ammunitions that you can put in it. And you can change charging handles. Like I said, ammunition. You can put mag extensions. You can put a drum mag on any. I'm pretty sure almost any gun. You have EOTech sights of wide variety. I can't say that word. A very wide selection of sights. You have a canted sight that you can use. Actually, have no idea what that is. It's just like a sight off to the side. I'm pretty sure that you can mount on there. You have your suppressors, which suppressors, like in real life, doesn't fully silence your gun. I had a suppressor on there, and y'all heard in the videos that I make, y'all hear every time that I shoot, it is not silent at all. But you can customize even your barrel size, and front sights, and your rear sights, and your flashlights, and your uh lasers, and your grip, your handguard, your stock, your pistol grip, even. Like, really, a lot of this isn't all included in things like Call of Duty and Fortnite. Which Fortnite, I don't think. I mean, it did have weapon customization for a while there, but no longer does. A funny little feature that I found the other day, which I'll show you the rest of the rooms and what all they have, is over here. Yeah, they have a whole. I'll show you in that here there in a minute, but they have a whole little section in here with stuff, and a funny little Easter egg or something is, and it's kind of one of the reasons because I want to help with this. Make operator great again. Update 0.06. I don't know what update we're on now, but things like, look at this. This, I'm pretty sure almost every weapon they put on these walls and things like that, or just around the map, is actually added to the game. Like that LMG that I showed you, which you can go in here, which is your shooting range. You can test out your weapons. The LMG actually was a somewhere on the just placed somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, and they actually added that to the game, which is insane. But like, I didn't know that when I started the game, and then that they did that. Like, I have no idea what this is. Oh wait, you have to put your phone. I didn't see that. Absolutely no cell phones. But you have your actual operations room right here, where you can look up at your plan and things like that. Your TV screen, little thing, yeah. But you have a whole whiteboard you can make your strategy out with. Like, you can actually use the monitor team or screen, and okay, so say people in Alpha 1, they'll go up here around the road and go up. Right there. Into the front. Hotel will land on the building or whatever they do. I don't really play Hotel 1 or use Hotel 1's place, but yeah, you can even erase what you do, like, pretty great stuff. You can there's also a elevator, or not an elevator, but you can go in here and go to the training map. So here, I'll go to that real quick. Oh, also at the top screen, you can see what time you have to deploy and get ready. You can actually customize that. You can customize what time of day it is for which map you want to go into, which is honestly also cool, because even though it is limited, because there's only 2 times a day you can do it, you can do night or morning or daytime, and it kind of like differs per map, and every map has a different one, which is also cool, because it's not always the same, and some of them don't have those customizations. But yeah, this is a whole... I'll show you all of it in here first. I don't know... Okay, so some of these you can't go into. You can go into the armory. Now, the armory is kind of like the one in the main section where you'll spawn into, but it has like some of this stuff. I've played in a minute and I haven't seen this stuff in a minute, so there's some new stuff that they added. This is a new thing they added, I guess, a while back or something. And I actually have that with a sniper scope on it. But yeah, like, you go here, you have a full training ground area. You have a shooting range, an outside shooting range. You got over here, which is your hangars and things like that. So overall, like I said, this is a great game. I would suggest you go try it out if you can, if you're a PC player. And I'll check up right now and see on the Xbox app on my phone to see if it is on console. So I don't know if it's on PlayStation. I can look that up too on my laptop. I am personally not a PlayStation. I play PC games. So not on Xbox, unfortunately. It has not been released for PlayStation 5. It is... Okay, so the game is still on early access, but you can still buy it on Steam on PC. So yeah, like I said, go check it out. It's a great game, wonderful game at that. And like I said, one of the most realistic tactical shooters that I have played. So yeah, go check that out, and yeah, that's the end of this. Thanks for watching, and see y'all in the next one.